Good morning, everyone. This is Morgan Boykin with Positively Osceola with our 9 a.m. segment of Good Morning Osceola. Thank you so much for tuning in this morning. Be sure to say hello whenever you hop on. Hit the thumbs up button, hit the share button. We're going to be covering something I'm very excited about this morning, something that's very important for our community to know regarding the Osceola County Fair, one of my favorite events here in Osceola County. So be sure to join us. Let me know where you are viewing from. I'm going to come on here and share this video so that way we can keep all our folks informed of what's going on here in Osceola County. Happy Friday to you guys. Hopefully you've had a wonderful work week and you're excited for the weekend ahead. We have a lot of exciting things coming up here in Osceola County, and one of those being the Osceola County Fair. Very excited for that. So excited to have Mr. Larry Berry, the general manager of the Osceola County Fair, with us. And he's going to be talking all about the Osceola County Fair. So be sure to say hello, hit the thumbs up button, all those good things. You guys know the drill. Good morning to you. So we're going to go ahead and get started this morning and kick off the intro video and get started with Mr. Larry. Perfect. So this morning we are very excited to have Mr. Larry Berry, the general manager of the Osceola County Fair. We're going to be discussing, like I said, all things of the Osceola County Fair. Hello, Mr. Larry. Thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm good. How are you doing?
I am fantastic. I have my coffee going here this morning. So
perfect. Hello. So
already.
Very excited to have you with us discussing, like I said, it's one of my absolute favorite events in Osceola County, and I know I am not the only one. We're looking forward to the 2021 Osceola County Fair. Go ahead and start our morning off with telling us the dates and how things are going to look this year with the fair due to COVID and all those things we can expect.
Sure. The dates are February 12th through 21st. And it goes, the fair is always held the second full weekend, beginning on a Friday in the month of February. This year we're in conflict with a couple of other fairs. We have the state fair going on at the same time and a couple of others, but that happens many years where that overlaps a little bit. But yeah, it's probably going to have a different feel. And I think everybody understands that COVID has changed everyone's lives. And it's been really challenging and difficult. And because of what's happening with COVID, social distancing and, making sure we have hand wash stations and hand sanitizer out, and there'll be signs directing people to wear masks and all those things. Unless things were to change and turn around dramatically between now and the time of the fair, those are some of the things we're going to have to deal with, similar like what you have to deal with if you go to, Walmart or one of the other stores or things like that. So it's probably going to have a different feel to it. But I also believe that the people of Osceola County, they've been cooped up for a long time. They're wanting some sort of normalcy.
Yeah.
And I think because of that, I think really we have the potential to have a really great fair, opening up responsibly, but having a great fair and a fun fair, and we're hoping everybody comes out and visits the Osceola County Fair in 2021.
Yeah, so with all the excitement, a lot of these industries have took a large hit through this pandemic, and one of those in particular has been the fair industry. That's something that has played a major effect through this pandemic. Talk to us about the challenges the fair industry has taken and been faced with during the pandemic, and what it takes to plan a fair during these difficult times.
Sure. And the fair industry has been hurt significantly. Unlike some restaurants, which have still been able to do drive-through or outside seating even before things opened back up to where you could sit in a restaurant and stuff, fair industry has been shut down. Right. We were one of the last fairs to be held in 2020. We were very fortunate because there were over 250 fairs in the country that were canceled. Some of them, including a few here in the state of Florida, canceled when the fair was open. and I know of 2 of them that were canceled and their permits pulled within a day or 2 of when their fair was supposed to open. Now, what most people don't understand, I know people drive down 192 near Osceola Heritage Park, and all of a sudden, poof, the fair is there. They think it just all of a sudden magically shows up.
Right.
And it does, but that's beside the point.
Mhm.
But what we have dealing with the fair, you've got the carnival providers, you've got the concessionaires, you've got the vendors that come, you've got the entertainers, you got the contract people that we contract with for services and things like that depend on having a fair. And when you don't have one totally, that domino effect really has a significant impact on everyone. Straight shows, a carnival provider, they've been locked up in their compound here in Orlando since March. No business, no income coming in. It's been tough on everyone, right down to the people that do funnel cakes and everything else, and they haven't had places to play, and entertainers haven't been scheduled and contracted to be at fairs. So it has really had a significant impact, and it, as I said, is a real domino effect. It's not just like, as I said, poof, there's the fair. There's a lot of behind the scene things that we have to take in consideration of what that impact is. And as an example, we rent golf carts for the fair, we rent equipment for the fair. Those people don't have our business, or if we don't have a fair. So it's really it's changed everyone's lives, and especially in the fair and festival industry.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that that's something to definitely take in consideration for our fair goers. For me, it makes me 10 times more excited to be able to be back at the fair, not only for the atmosphere and the food and the family and just the tradition of the fair, but we're getting back to supporting individuals and their livelihoods. And I think that's so important, something to definitely look forward to for the 2021 fair, because like you said, there has been such a hard hit when it comes to that. Now,
there's another impact here too that most people don't realize, and it's the one that touches my heart, and that's the kids, the youth that are involved. Mm-hmm. They've been already raising animals. They've already been preparing for the fair, working on projects and things. Yeah. We don't have a fair. They've lost all that work and hard work and time and everything else that they've done. So it's really difficult on them, which is a reason too that we have actually looked at maybe possibly a virtual component for the fair as a what if. But more and more every day it looks like we're going to have a fair. We just don't know exactly what it's going to look like.
Perfect. And when it comes to planning for the fair during these times, has there been a different approach when it comes to planning with vendors, or how does that work through a pandemic?
So that's a great question, and a lot of different things that are having to be done. For example, no longer will you have the bulk mustard, ketchup, and that kind of stuff out there. It will be individual packets. Yeah. So to make sure that there's not that cross-contamination with touching an item like that as you're pumping that thing to get the ketchup out for your French fries or whatever. Then you have, what they're going to be doing from a standpoint of queue lines with social distancing. Mm-hmm. It's said it's going to be different, and concession providers and stuff, excuse me, as part of the International Association of Fairs and Expos and the Florida Federation of Fairs, which is our state organization. Right. We've all been working on these plans. We've all worked together. I can tell you that the organizations are very close knit. So those fairs that have opened are sharing information with us for those that are getting ready to open, and staying informed. And then, we look at what's happening. Can we do it that way, or do we need to modify it a little bit? Because every fair is a little bit different. But yeah, it's concession providers and everyone is going to have to change. Another example is we have a magician that we've scheduled for the fair. And if there's still social distancing, he's not going to be able to pull that young child up to be the assistant to the magician in the act. And so it takes away from that personal side of it for some of the entertainment and things that we do as well. So yes, it's a different world.
Right. And like you talked about, you're still in the process of planning for the 2021 fair. A lot of folks, like you mentioned, they just think it's poof and it's here. There's a lot of hard work that goes into it, but there's a lot of exciting things that you guys have planned for the 2021 fair. What are some of the things that we can really look forward to this fair?
Good question. So we have some new things. I had announced not too long ago. We're working with Dr. Pace in the Osceola County Schools to do a high school battle of the bands.
Very excited for that.
I was in band in school. I can tell you how important it is to be in a concert and to have that format and do those things, which is the reason I came up with the idea and made the contact with the school district. So we're working to make that happen and have that. That'll be open weekend on Saturday and Sunday. We have 8 high schools that will be participating. They're each going to have their own dedicated time on the main stage. We'll have some real judges that will be coming in to help judge those bands, including some local musical talent. We've got some others that are going to be coming in that are going to be, professionals in the industry that we're working on and getting those in. And I tell you, I think it's going to be a really fun event. It's going to be a great event for the kids. And get a chance to showcase the talents of some of our youth in Osceola County. So that's something new that we're doing and something different that we're doing. That has led to another idea, which we're discussing with Osceola County now, and that's a battle of the voices for the choral groups.
Oh, cool.
So I know. So sometimes when life gives you lemons, take the seeds out of it, plant them, and make more lemon trees.
Yes,
I like to say. So what we're doing on that is to maybe have a choral battle of the voices. And for first, second, and third for the schools for these, what we do is a stipend to their booster clubs to help them. So if they take trips or they need additional, music stands or whatever it is that they need help with, we can help them with that project as well. So we've got that we're working on. We have some new grounds entertainment coming in. We've got some ones we're bringing back. We do have Eudora Farms Petting Zoo. We do have racing pigs, which every fair has to have. And then we have this year Disconnected Canines, which is a world championship dog frisbee team. They're going to be returning this year. I know they're coming back. We're excited to have them. And then we also have 3 Ring Super Circus, which is kind of a circus, a thrill show, comedy, all that kind of stuff. You'll have the guy spinning around in a cage on a motorcycle and the one that walks the platform that's rotating around on the outside and stuff, which I would never do. So and so we've got that coming. And then we have some family entertainment that's going to be really good. A guy by the name of Bob Bone is going to be coming in, and Bob does some great things with the kids. There's a game show he does called Family Feud, kind of like Family Feud, only it deals with agriculture and farming and livestock and that kind of stuff. And he also does a little magic and some other stuff. So we've got those things happening and working on, trying to create as much excitement as possible as we can. And we're working with some other organizations too to try to add some additional things as far as an entertainment standpoint, both in the event center and on the main stage. And we're just about ready to release, probably should be within about the next 10 days, release our full entertainment lineup. So in fact, I was on the phone last night with a local band that we're talking to that will, one country, well, actually 2 of them, one country and one rock, that we'll be adding to the lineup, and so it won't be long before we'll announce that full lineup of entertainment. We've got some great entertainment, including some local favorites. Some of the people in the area may remember Mr. Lockery, who was worked with Mel Tillis and is well known in the country and bluegrass music industry. He's actually from our area and is going to be performing. In addition to, he's also going to be one of our, don't tell anybody, it's a secret. He's going to be one of our judges for the high school battle of the bands.
How cool is that?
Being in the music industry, it's
absolutely.
So yeah, we got the new things that we're doing from that standpoint. And another little special thing that will be announced hopefully before too long for our senior citizens specifically. So we're working to try to coordinate a 2-hour window possibly that we can do to where It's open for seniors, and the fairgrounds are going to be just open for senior citizens.
Oh, yeah.
So that's something that fair hasn't done before. Also, I don't think of having that, a full dedicated period of time for them, and so some other things that we're working on. But yes, we're working on a lot of different things. My desk looks like a war zone right now because I'm multitasking. One day I'm working on advertising, next day on entertainment, next day on contracts, next day on sponsorships. So it's been really a busy time, and it will be between now and the fair time.
Oh, absolutely. That's so exciting. There are so many new aspects to the fair. That's like, I'm so excited even more than I already was. So if you guys have ever been on the fence about coming to the Osceola County Fair, come now, because there is so many new and exciting things to look forward to for sure. Now, aside from the Osceola County Fair, there's still other things taking place at the fairgrounds to be very excited for. And one of those things is the Fall Family Food Fair. So what a great way to get your mind into fair realm of things. So tell everyone about that event and what they can expect with that.
Sure. And I was at a conference for the Florida Federation of Fairs a few weeks ago, and I approached the director for the Concessionaires Association for the state and said, hey, you guys have been hit really hard. I'd like to do like a food fair. Bring in some food that's relevant to the fairs, maybe a couple of games, have a little mini area in a parking lot out front. And they love the idea of it. So we've put that together. It'll be October 30th and 31st. So those of you that are dying for cotton candy, fried Twinkies, those things that you don't want to tell your cardiologist that you ate, come on out to the Osceola Heritage Park, October 30th and 31st. We'll have food, fun, there'll be games. They're going to have trick-or-treating candy available. There's going to be some other things going on out there that's going to be a fun day. And it's in support of our concessionaires, which have been, have been hurt quite a bit. We've got a lot of events and things. Advent Health is going to be ready on October 28th. I think is the date on it. They're going to be having a free flu shot event at Osceola Heritage Park. Which is an awesome thing. Advent does so much for our community that people don't realize. And so they're going to be involved in that. We've got the food fair. We got Cowabunga, which is a cattle show that's coming up. We've had several of those already. We have a rabbit poultry show coming up. We have a swine show. We have another purebred show. So there's a lot of things happening almost every week between now and the middle of December. And as we gear up and prepare them for the fair. So a lot of things are happening out there. And of course, Beacon will be at Osceola Heritage Park in January, the largest car show in the world. And then we get ready for our fair.
Absolutely. Now, if someone's looking to find more information about the Osceola County Fair and all the upcoming events, where can they go to find that information?
So you can go to OsceolaCountyFair.com and that information will be available. Stay tuned and follow us on Facebook for updates and things. For example, we're going to be bringing back what we did last year with the rock scavenger hunt. So those of you that want some free tickets to the fair, keep following and keep checking Facebook. We'll be announcing that probably sometime around the first week in January. And we'll have that rock scavenger hunt again going on and all that. And there'll be some other things coming up too that we're going to kind of keep a secret for now, but I think people are going to be able to enjoy what it is we're doing, because we really believe that this fair brings a sense of community to Osceola County. It's the largest single attended event in the county. And I think people are clamoring to get back to some sort of normalcy. And I think this is going to be the perfect time, and it's going to be the perfect venue for people to go, hey, let's go to the fair, because it's going to bring that normalcy back into our lives a little bit. And so, but OsceolaCountyFair.com, follow us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, or give us a call or stop by the office and say hello, and we'll tell you anything you need to know.
Absolutely. You've definitely kept the anticipation for knowing all the upcoming things alive, because I know I'm excited to know what's to come. So make sure you guys stay tuned. Like you said, OsceolaCountyFair.com. Visit them on their social media accounts and stay up to date with what is happening. Again, what is those dates for the Osceola County Fair? Just one more time.
February 12th through 21st, 2021. And it opens up on a Friday the 12th and goes for 10 days.
Perfect. So guys, do not miss out on it. Make sure you are just as excited as we are. I'm very excited to have the Osceola County Fair coming up very shortly. It'll be here before we know it, Mr. Larry. It's all coming quickly, that's for sure. So
it's 119 days, if I remember correctly on the numbers.
Perfect. So it'll be here before we know it. Thank you so much, Mr. Larry, for meeting with us today for Good Morning Osceola. Thank you so much for sharing all this information, and most importantly, for all that you do for Osceola County and specifically the Osceola County Fair. We definitely appreciate you and all your hard work and the team's work there at the Osceola County Fair.
Thank you. And I do have an awesome team. I can tell you, Casey and Carlos and Pam, awesome group that helps make it all happen. And we appreciate you also. You have been phenomenal. You're doing a great job. And Positively Osceola really does truly create positive environment for the county and what you do in helping to get information out about what's relevant to our community.
Yes, sir. Well, thank you so much for that. Thank you again for joining us. Be sure to visit OsceolaCountyFair.com for more information. And that is it this morning. So thank you so much again, Mr. Larry. Thank you for joining us. And we will catch you next time here on Positively Osceola. This is Morgan and Mr. Larry with Osceola County Fair, and we're making a positive difference in